Beam. I'm Kira. I'm Lauren. I'm Amy. Welcome to Jim Beam the Break.
In episode 1, we met our 15 finalists of Jim Beam the Break. Having won online heats, our finalists arrived at North Stradbroke Island for 2 days to determine who will take out the ultimate prize. A year on the WQS with sponsorship packages worth $50,000 for the men and $25,000 for the women.
Day 1 saw our finalists getting to know each other and undertaking their first 3 challenges. The Jim Beam Surf Tag, the Rip Curl Expression Session, and as something a little different, the Swell Neck Synoptics Challenge. Going into the final day and with such close competition, the judging panel will have their work cut out with only 3 challenges remaining. Welcome to Jim Beam the Break.
Good morning! Out of bed, you got 30 seconds.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After expecting a late breakfast, our surfers were caught off guard with a 5:30 a.m. wake-up call by the surf club's shark alarm.
Does everyone know what squat jumps are?
Where's the swim?
What about push-ups?
Love a push-up. Yeah.
Their first challenge of the day, a grueling endurance course.
From the start, the contestants paddle out around the Jim Beam can, back onto the beach to perform 10 squat jumps, then sprint down the beach, complete 10 burpees, followed by a shallow water run. Now at breaking point, the competitors run across the sand, up the dunes before 10 push-ups, and out around the Jim Beam can to finish on the beach.
So you've got 5 minutes from now to be on the beach.
And they're off, and it's Nick Squires. Well, he stumbles on the start there, but it's Ty Watson making his way through the shore break there to get an early lead as they head out to the Jim Beam can. The competitors split up as they make their way through the wave zone. The stronger duck divers will definitely have an advantage here as they make their way out the back. As the field stretches out, it's Ty Watson first around the can. He has a big lead over second place Dane Atchison, followed by Ash King, Drew Adler and Dan Caron. Ty Watson catches a lucky wave to extend his lead, and the first girl around the can is Sky Burgess. James Wood brings up the second half of the field in 9th place, ahead of Nick Squires, Jess Grimwood, Scott Dennis and the final 3 ladies bring up the rear of the pack. Ty Watson hits the beach, throws down his board and heads into the squats with great technique, looking full of energy. As Dan Caron hits the beach in second, Ty is already into the beach sprint. Ash King comes in third, having made up ground in the paddle. Ty Watson has established a big lead already and is onto the third part of the course, powering through the burpees. Dan is still strong in second place, with Ash in third. Kale has moved from 7th to 4th. As the back half of the field are just coming in from the paddle, Dane Atchison and Drew Adler are in 5th and 6th place. Sky is still the leading lady in 10th place overall. As Nick Squires and Sky head up the beach for the run to the burpees, James Wood is the last male to hit the beach. The final 3 ladies crack a wave back to the shore as our finalists are starting to stretch out along the course. Ty Watson completes the shallow water run just ahead of Dan and Ash. It's Ash who seems to be struggling with the pace. Ty Watson makes his way across the soft sand to the dunes as Winnie, Brittany and Angie hit the beach to begin their squats. Sky is holding her own amongst the boys, and further back, Angie has made a little ground on Winnie and Brittany, leading them into the burpees. Clancy Dawson was in 10th place during the burpees, and after a big effort moves into 7th as he makes his way across the sand. Dan Carron still in 2nd, Cahill Belwarren 3rd as they round the flag. Ty Watson heads out for the final paddle. The early morning start seems too much for Ash King as he takes a moment to hunt for some sand crabs. James Wood is the last of the males to hit the push-ups, where Clancy Dawson and Nick Squires are already powering through. Cahill Belwarren and Dane Atchison head back out for the final paddle around the Jim Beam can, closely followed by Clancy, who looks keen to make the final paddle count. Angie Coops showing great form in the push-ups. Ty Watson still has the lead over Dan Carron as Clancy Dawson powers his way into 3rd position. The final two head out for the paddle. The chasing pack head to the Jim Beam can and hope to get a good wave in. Ty Watson is the first around the can as he looks out to sea, hunting for his final wave into the beach. With Dan Carron in 2nd, Clancy in 3rd, it's James Wood now in 4th, who's made up an impressive 5 positions during the final paddle. Ty Watson strolls over the line to take the victory. James in 4th and Cahill in 5th, getting a little tired up at the can. Clancy Dawson takes a casual ride home to the beach, as ahead of him in 2nd, Dan Carron makes it to the finish line. Clancy in 3rd, with James Wood holding on to 4th, an impressive finish given he was in 11th position after the first paddle. Drew and Cahill head home in 5th and 6th, with Nick, Dane and Scott finishing behind. Jess Grimwood approaches the can as Ash gets tangled up crossing the finishing line. Sky Burgess comes in 1st for the ladies and 11th overall. Angie hits the Jim Beam can with Winnie Paul hot on her heels as Jess misses the wave that would have given her a guaranteed 2nd in the women's race. Brittany Nicol gets around the can chasing Winnie Paul. Jess takes a look over her shoulder as the other girls fly either side of her. The wave begins to flatten out. Brittany drops off the back of the wave, leaving Angie and Winnie for a safe ride in with a sprint up the beach for 2nd place. In another tight finish, it's Jess and Brittany sprinting up the beach for the final 2 positions, with Jess just getting the nod.
Congratulations to Ty Watson and Sky Burgess for taking out the Endurance Challenge. Up next, all the action from our final surfing challenge, the Jim Beam Pro.